no one can prove that Tommy Robinson was in prison.
I'm going to break down my beliefs, and instead of you interrupting me like a dog,
Palestinians are Semitic.
hold on, it's a dog whistle. It's a dog whistle. I am pro a country that gave up its Soviet-age nuclear missiles for the sake of peace.
Because you deny Zionism, and we use it as a proxy in Israel.
Do you think all of the truckers in Canada are Zionists?
You can say a thing.
Oh, we're not interviewing, we're going to have an engaged discussion.
No.
Because you just said I was soulless, I want you to prove it.
No, this is something that you know yourself in your own
Look,
hearts.
if you think I'm scared of controversy, I'm going to say it on recording. I'm not a shill for
Tommy
anyone.
Robinson was not in prison.
Okay,
right?
what's the proof?
The proof is that he's in Belmarsh. It's the most high secure prison in the country.
Correct.
And no one sees it.
Wait, so the most high security...
So one day I'm in my car, one day I'm in my car, listening to classic FM, right, waiting for, because I fly a Russian flag, waiting to see Tchaikovsky's 1812 Overture, which I won't play, right? And they're global news. Exactly the same as LBC, it's global news. It comes on, Tommy's going to Milton Keynes. He's going to go to a more open prison, right? And he had a court case, right? Because he didn't want to go on Rule 43, because the Muslims are going to stab him up, right? Because it's where the sex offenders go, right? So Tommy
and the Muslims.
Said, yeah, the sex offenders.
But so do you agree that
sex offenders go on Rule 43?
Before you continue,
no, I'm not stopping.
Okay, so once you finish, I'm going to be allowed to respond.
Yeah, of course you are. Right. So what happened is, right, Tommy was moved. So the court case said that Tommy didn't want to go into Rule 43, and he wanted to be with the real prisoners, but that was all fake. Because he's not there.
Why is it fake?
He's never there, right?
Why?
Because he was basically, they cleared a wing out for him.
Proof.
Hold on, listen.
Wait, so let me get straight.
You're
not going to trust the information.
You said you will talk when I've finished.
I'll finish.
Right? Right? So you talk when I've finished, right? Yeah. So they cleared a wing out. Now we all know that our prisons are overcrowded. How many was in that wing? 100 people? Where are they going to put them? But never mind, they found a place to put them, right? The wing was empty. We're going to give Tommy loads of freedom. He can come out of his cell 3 or 4 times a day. He can exercise, but it will all be done on his lonesome, without anybody there. He will be totally isolated, right? So that's basically my argument. It's circumstantial evidence. No one can prove that Tommy Robinson was in prison, because no one's ever seen him, except for Ross Kemp, and he brings him back in for the day, and Street Mike, he went to visit him, but he brings him back for the day. So he's such a Zionist shill, he might even cover up for Tommy.
Did you know what
this guy, also, he got a flat from Tommy Robinson, right? So he's indebted to Tommy Robinson. That's what you said?
No, I did not say
that. I've got it on video, mate.
No, I didn't.
What, have you got you somewhere to live?
No, he did not.
Oh, so now he's retracted it.
No, I'm not.
Patriotic twins,
Can I please now respond? Okay, so you know what your argument is? Your argument is epistemically circular. So
it's circumstantial.
No, hold on.
No, it's circumstantial.
Now you're interrupting me.
Yeah.
Okay, so what you've done here is you've established this line of proof that you are not going to take your. Hold on. You're not going to take the statement that was done by the police and by Tommy himself that he was in Belmarsh. Now, however, the evidence that you are accepting, however, is Tommy's personal testimony that when he was in segregation unit, he had the wing cleared out for his exercise. So the evidence, hold on. So the evidence you're taking is not what he said, but also what he did said. So it's circular. You're not allowing me to use this piece of evidence, but you're using it for yourself to prove a counterpoint.
What I'm saying is
so are you not using the proof
that Tommy was there?
No, you're using the same proof I am to come to a different conclusion.
No one can prove he was there
either.
either.
Do you have proof that he wasn't?
Tommy Robinson is a Zionist shill that gets money from old people, right, while he's in prison, and he's not fucking there. And he comes out with a stupid ginger fucking beard, and he's talking to Street Mike like he's just been down the betting shop for 5 minutes.
Okay.
I've seen people coming out of isolation, and they don't talk the way Tommy talks.
Well, that's because he was in isolation before, and if you look at the previous recording, he responded in. It's not an excuse. It's actually giving an account.
Are you a Christian Zionist?
No, not really. I mean,
so what is your? Are you a Catholic or you're?
I'm Eastern Orthodox.
Eastern Orthodox.
But I think. Pardon?
Russian?
Greek.
Right, that's good.
So firstly, like my position on Israel is this: that Israel helps in terms of one second. So I think Islam serves to the benefit of avoiding.
Islam's coming to this. Where's Islam?
Pardon. Okay, Israel. Sorry. Israel works
He's
in the
obsessed with
benefit.
Israel.
No, I'm not. Israel works to the benefit of removing Islamic. One second, my friend. Israel works in the benefit.
Free Palestine!
Can you stop? Allah was a Zionist. Now,
Can someone get me my... can you
I'm never going to be allowed to speak in mine.
Yellow ball, yeah, go on.
Okay.
Yellow ball.
Israel works in the benefit of removing. Can you stop talking? Israel works in the benefit of avoiding Islamic aggression, and in fact, Israel, in terms of avoiding Islamic immigration and aggression, works for the benefit of the West. That's my claim.
No more speaking for him.
I will say that he's in the Greek Orthodox Church, right?
Yes.
We know that the Patriarch of Constantinople voted. Now, what did they vote for now? They voted for something. And they had to be removed because what happened was.
I don't think you made a full sentence though.
Well, basically, what happened was Zelensky had a peace meeting, right? Because I also got the Russian flag, right? Zelensky had a peace meeting, and he wanted to pretend the whole world.
Are you pro-Russian, by the way?
Oh, 100%.
Okay, good. So,
no, don't interrupt me. Don't interrupt me.
No, because you've been interrupting me for the whole duration of this sentence.
Let me finish. I want to talk about the Patriarch of Constantinople, because you're in the Orthodox.
Of course, but
right. So
I just want to make this very clear.
They all went to a Zelensky meeting, and the European Union voted, but they're not a country. Only individual countries turned up, right? They pretended there was so many people voting against Russia.
I'm Greek.
And the
do you know Greeks accept the jurisdiction of the Ukrainian church, right?
Yeah, but the Patriarch of Constantinople.
Okay, you understand that I come from
Ukraine.
You understand that I am part of a jurisdiction that sides with the Ukrainian jurisdiction splitting with the Russians.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. You're pro-Ukrainian.
Yeah. No, I'm not.
You are.
Yeah, I am. Sorry, I thought you said
so
Russian.
Get your facts right, mate.
No, it was just a
saying to you now, that's
mispronunciation of
exactly
what I thought you
why
said.
I'm saying it.
Yeah, I'm
Because
pro-Ukrainian.
Zelensky is a Zionist shield.
Okay,
NATO
so I stand with
expansion-
Ukraine.
Yeah, NATO. Yeah. So
Because let me get it right. A country which signed over its Soviet-age nukes for the sake of peace.
can you get me my
Can you
Russian
stop
flag?
interrupting me? So, let me get this right. I am pro a country that gave up its Soviet-age nuclear missiles for the sake of peace.
Because it didn't
I am
belong to them.
pro,
No, they didn't do
I
it
am
for
pro, like you, stop interrupting me. For a man who called me soulless, you have no soul whatsoever when it comes to the art of discussion.
Respect your elders.
No, I don't respect people that say I'm soulless and I'm a Zionist shield. However,
You are a
hold on,
soulless.
hold on, hold on.
No, the Russian flag.
Hold
the
on.
Russian flag.
Okay, the moron just keeps on interrupting me. So what I am, and I'll make my position very clear. I am pro the country that secured peace for giving up its nuclear arsenal.
Can I answer that question?
I am pro any country that goes against Islamic aggression. I accept Tommy Robinson off his merits for uncovering the grooming gangs in Rotherham and talking about the great rape
No,
of
we're
Britain.
talking about-
Wait, one sec.
we're talking
Because
about
your
the
accusation, hold on, your accusation was this, and you keep on interrupting me, so unfortunately, I can't have a discussion what I genuinely believe. So, I'm going to break down my beliefs, and instead of you interrupting me like a dog, you're going to allow me to
not a
speak.
dog, mate.
Yes, you are.
I'm a human being.
Okay, I can.
But I'm not a
I
shield
can-
either like
hold
you.
on, hold on. I will stop calling you a dog if you stop acting like one.
No,
You stop
I
barking
don't
like
bark.
one.
I don't
Okay,
bark.
yes, you are.
I speak truth.
Okay.
Now let me answer your question.
Now he's interrupting me.
Now let me
he's
answer your
interrupting me.
question.
Look, the doggy is now barking.
Now let me answer this guy's question on Ukraine giving up its nuclear weapons. Yes. That was
It's not a
before. Well, his statement, which is true. But that was before they had the coup d'etat initiated by the Zionist CIA, right, in 2014 against Viktor Yanukovych, right? They give up their nuclear weapons basically because they belonged to the Soviet Union, which was basically owned by Russia.
No, I was talking about Ukraine.
It was no.
They were Soviet age, yeah, sure, but they were in the Ukrainian.
But the thing is,
it was
when-
within their legal rights to possess those
this
nuclear
is when
weapons. It was
Ukraine
within
had a
their
government-
jurisdiction to do so. So I want to make this very clear because for whatever reason, whenever I'm saying something, you just like to interrupt and intercede it.
Like you just did to me, like you just did to me. No, don't touch your hero. Don't touch your hero.
I am
silly
going to
bug.
do
He
so.
thinks he's Big Bob.
I'm not.
He
I'm
thinks
really
he's Big
not.
Bob.
I'm really not.
So look, now
I'm
because
really
you touched
not.
your hero, I'm going to interrupt you.
Okay.
No, he's a Big Bob.
This is the
touching
issue
his
with
hero.
the
Listen
people
to me.
who are
So
incredibly
what happened was,
conspiratorial
right,
and borderline anti-Semitic.
What
They're just
happened
rude.
was anti-Semitic.
Yeah, like these people who just blame
Zionists
everything
are
on
not Semitic.
hold on.
Palestinians are Semitic.
Hold on. It's a dog whistle.
Palestinians are Semitic.
It's a dog whistle.
Yeah, it's a what?
It's a dog whistle.
What that is?
No, just blaming everything on, for example,
Right.
Israeli
So-
lobby groups
so what we got,
is
right,
a dog whistle of
so what
anti-Semitism.
We've got the Ukrainians giving up their nuclear weapons when they had a proper prime minister, proper president in charge,
Okay.
right? So, but what happened was, in 2014, the CIA, Zionist-controlled CIA, right?
Okay.
Done a
And
coup d'etat.
how is the CIA controlled by Israel?
Because Victoria Nuland, right, whose real name is Victoria Noodleman,
Okay.
right, comes from Bessarabia, which is now called the Odessa Oblast,
Yep.
and her family got kicked out in 1904 by the Russian pogroms. They hate Russia.
Okay.
These people,
How does that mean
hold
he's
on,
Zionist controlled?
Because she was there in Kiev handing out ginger cookies
How
right,
does that mean
in
he's a
Maidan
Zionist?
Square, and she was caught on a phone
How does it
call.
mean he's a
And
Zionist?
she was caught on a phone call, right? Who's the famous boxer in Ukraine?
How does this mean he's a Zionist?
Because she said, should we put her...
I'm going to keep on
should
waiting
we
for him to
put
give an answer.
Klitschko as president after they got rid of Viktor Yanukovych? So from
How does
that
it mean
moment
he's
on,
a
yes, it
Zionist?
does.
Okay, so
No,
do
no,
you know
no,
what my issue with your discussion? Do you know what my
Victoria
issue?
Nuland is a
Do you know what my issue is with your form of discussion?
Because
Firstly,
you don't like that I call out Zionists.
The issue is this. So, firstly, my problem is that
Do you know my
we're
issue
never
with
going to
you?
be able. We're never
Because
going to. We're
you
never going to be
deny
able to.
Zionism.
I don't deny Zionism.
Yes, you do.
I think Zionism
you
is a
deny it
perfectly good
as an
tool.
evil ideology.
I think Zionism is a
took over
perfectly good
America,
tool. Yep.
Took over Britain,
Yep.
and we use it as a proxy in Israel.
That's
right?
not. So
Yes,
Zionism
it
is a perfectly good
Israel is a
tool
proxy.
to counteract Islamic aggression. It is
What
also
aggression?
something.
Every
Do you
country
think
in the
Islam-
Middle East has
Pardon?
been destroyed by these psychopaths.
Not really.
Iraq,
Yep.
Syria,
Yep.
Lebanon,
Yep.
the Gaza Strip,
Saudi.
Libya.
Do you think Saudi Arabia is doing perfectly fine?
They're shields.
Okay,
They're
so
shields,
let me get
mate.
right. You're going to selectively discuss
Yeah, the
on
people-
country. You're not going to let me speak.
No, and
Do you know?
Iran.
Do you know what? Do you know what a bad
Yeah, because you're
assign-
talking rubbish.
Instead, okay. How about
You
this?
are
If you
talking
interrupt
rubbish.
me again, I'm not going to have this discussion with you. But instead,
No,
explain
wait.
everything.
I told you I didn't
Okay,
want the
okay,
conversation.
good. Then disengage.
No, you
Because-
disengage.
No,
You said you're
no,
not
because
gonna
I'm going to
have
stay
this
here because I'm perfectly able
I'm
to
not
have a
gonna
discussion.
This discussion about this man is an hypocrite.
I'm
He's only
not.
17, but he's not really a man. He's
You
a
called
boy.
me soulless. You keep on
You are
interrupting my
soulless.
discussion.
You
keep
have
on.
bought in
You keep on
to the
assuming
Zionist
things.
shield.
I'm not.
You are. You're a
I wish I was
Zionist
full.
shield.
I lose money
Let-
doing this.
I've got it on video, right? That he let Tommy Robinson housing.
No, I
Right,
did
He's
not.
now in debt to a Zionist shield.
I wish I could show
And
you
when
proof.
Tommy Robinson was in Westminster Magistrates Court, only a select few were allowed to go in with Tommy
That's not
Robinson.
true.
He was one of
That's
them.
not true. The
Yes, he
public
was.
gallery is accessible to any member of the
That's
public.
why there's loads of... Isn't it funny how you got in though, wasn't it? Eh?
it
Isn't
was funny.
how you...
Yeah, because I went
Did you
there
get in
early.
the transit van round in Crawford Place?
Yes, I
Crawford
did,
Street?
yeah.
Oh, he went in the transit and he's got Ezra Ravan from Rebel News, a famous Zionist.
He's also famous
He's
of
a
covering the
famous
legal costs
Zionist
of notorious
for
politicians.
getting his share
Do you
of
think
the
all of the
shekels.
truckers in Canada are Zionists?
No.
Okay, what about the Amish? Because he
That's
also
in Canada. Why don't he stay
Hold
in
on, hold
Canada?
on, hold on.
Why don't he stay
Hold
in
on, hold on,
Canada?
hold on, hold on.
Why does he have to come
So
over here?
if the suspicion,
Smiling,
can
he's
you
great.
stop interrupting me?
Ezra Ravan,
Stop
no, go away if you
interrupting
don't
me.
like it.
Okay, so what I'm going to do?
Ezra
No,
Ravan.
hold on. I'm going to speak. I'm going to allow. No, yeah. So I'm going to explain over here. If you want to come here. No, because you're not engaging in a discussion. If you engage in a discussion, I'll have a discussion with you. So, if the suspicion is that every single person has their legal fees covered by Ezra, therefore there is Israeli shield, that means the Amish that covered his legal fees are Zionists. That means the Canadian truckers that Ezra helped are Israeli Zionists. That means that all of the other small independent journalists he covers are Israeli Zionists. Now, I believe Zionism is an effective form of making sure that we counteract Islamic aggression. In terms of a foreign conflict, I think firstly, a lot of the facts that we talk about Palestine are disinformation, simply being used by a bunch of idiots that have white savior complexes to complain about things they know nothing about. If we want to talk about why I think it's appropriate for people who are privileged in the West to talk about issues they know nothing about, I think it's stupid. Thirdly, Tommy did not help at all in terms of my housing. He made sure I was okay, sure, on a message. Besides from that, I don't know where he's getting this fantasy from. I could give you credible accounts from people that housed me throughout the duration of my homelessness, and they have nothing to do with Tommy. I've only recently gotten his good graces, and I didn't really secretly get in a passage with him in his court case. A public gallery in a court is accessible to any member of the public. I lined up like everyone else, but he knows me from my online profile. If you want to keep on interrupting me, that's fine. However, I don't want disinformation spread for the fact you keep on interrupting me. And again, the issue with himself is that he runs off these loaded assumptions. He says that someone is a Zionist shield Israel because of this, couldn't prove it because of this, and it is an infinite regression of assumed claims without any evidence. That's why I believe people like that are just butthurt. They don't know what to say, they're very, very jealous of a platform, and he aligns himself with Muslims like this who just shout like monkeys. I want to just quickly go through the line of discussions here. So firstly, you know, my time at Speaker's Corner is always limited because I've got to do so many things. So when someone intentionally interrupts every single time I'm trying to speak to them, it's not like I'm going to waste my time having an hour of a chopped discussion where nothing is focused in terms of the topics of discussion. So my point was this. He tried to deny that Tommy Robinson was in prison. Now, firstly, if you're incarcerated in the most high security prison within the United Kingdom, how the hell do you have an opportunity to run away from that? Secondly, the piece of evidence that he used against Tommy is the same evidence that would be used to prove he was in incarceration. Thirdly, just assuming that someone has their legal fees covered by Rebel News doesn't instantly assume there's some sort of secret agent for Israel. Like, I have my own opinions. Yes, many of them align with the people that help fund me. However, it doesn't mean that I'm funded to have these opinions. I think one of the things that you can make very clear about my character is that no money can ever compromise what I believe in. Fourthly, my position on Zionism is this, that Israel is a good country by which you can counteract Islamic aggression. It's very good in keeping intact the peace against Islamic immigration in the areas that don't deport all of the terrorists like Saudi. And yeah, the issue with a lot of these people who talk about the Jews controlling the world is that it is off a line of a loaded assumptions, and it is off a line of this person is secretly funded by this person. Proof, I don't have it, I just say it. The proof for that is it's just loaded assumptions and sayings that kind of they correlate facts instead of causing them. So it's just fallacious. If the man wants to go around Speaker's Corner for the last 15 years, aligning himself with people like that, I think it's just stupid. But yeah, that's me. Yeah.
Thank you, Bob. Support him, family. Take care. Love you all. Cut!